I didn't believe the rumors about your dark side until last night, when the way you looked at me made my pulse forget how to behave. Everyone warned me about you, but none of them mentioned how your darkness feels like gravity, impossible to escape once you step too close. I thought the stories were exaggerated until your silence wrapped around me, and I realized calm had never felt this dangerous. They called you intense, but they never explained how that intensity lingers on the skin long after the moment ends. I laughed off the rumors until I felt the shift in the air between us and understood why people don't walk away unchanged. Your dark side isn't loud or cruel, it's quiet, controlled, and terrifyingly aware of exactly what it's doing to me. I didn't see the danger until your restraint cracked, and suddenly I understood why no one ever forgets you. They said you were trouble, but they didn't warn me that the real danger was how safe you'd make the chaos feel. I used to think darkness meant harm until I felt yours and realized it was more like hunger, focused, patient, consuming. I didn't believe the rumors because no one ever described how intoxicating your restraint is when it finally gives way. There was a moment last night when your composure slipped, and I knew I was standing too close to something irreversible. Your dark side isn't something you unleash, it's something you allow, and that choice makes it infinitely more unsettling. I thought people were projecting their fears onto you until I felt how effortlessly you could pull me out of myself. They warned me about your intensity, but they never mentioned how it feels like being seen too clearly, too deeply. I didn't believe the rumors until your presence alone made me question how much control I've ever really had. Your darkness doesn't rush, it waits. And last night I realized I had stepped exactly where you knew I would. I thought I understood temptation until your calm confidence made resistance feel pointless and almost rude. The rumors didn't scare me. What scared me was how part of me leaned in once I realized they were true. I didn't believe them because no one said your dark side feels less like danger and more like inevitability. There was nothing aggressive about you, just a certainty that made me feel like the decision had already been made. I used to think intensity was about force until I met the way you can dominate a moment without touching it. They called you dark, but what they meant was deliberate. And last night I finally understood the difference. I didn't believe the rumors until I noticed how easily you made me forget every reason I should stay cautious. Your dark side isn't chaos, it's precision, and that's what made it impossible to ignore once I felt it. I thought people were dramatic until your gaze alone rewrote the atmosphere of the entire room. They warned me about you like you were a storm, but storms don't choose you the way you did. I didn't believe the rumors because I didn't know darkness could feel this controlled, this intentional. There was a moment when I realized you weren't losing control. You were letting me see it. Your intensity doesn't demand attention. It commands it quietly. And that's what unsettled me the most. I thought I was prepared for you until I felt how effortlessly you could dismantle my composure. They called it a dark side, but last night it felt more like a truth you usually keep carefully locked away. I didn't believe the rumors until I felt how easily you could make silence feel louder than words. Your darkness isn't reckless, it's calculated, and realizing that made my breath catch. I laughed when they warned me until I noticed how my instincts went quiet around you. I didn't believe them because no one said your intensity feels like being chosen, not chased. There's something unsettling about how you never raise your voice, yet everything listens when you enter. I thought the stories were fiction until your restraint brushed against my resolve and shattered it. Your dark side doesn't scare me because it's violent. It scares me because it's aware. I didn't believe the rumors until I felt how easily you could turn tension into devotion. They warned me you were dangerous, but not that the danger would feel so deliberate and calm. I thought intensity was obvious until I experienced yours hiding behind perfect control. I didn't believe the rumors because no one explained how your darkness feels like an invitation, not a threat. There was nothing rushed about you, and that patience is what made me uneasy. Your dark side isn't something you show, it's something people discover when it's already too late. I didn't believe them until I felt how naturally you could lead me somewhere I hadn't planned to go. They called you intense, but they didn't mention how addictive that certainty can be.